Broadcasting from the beautiful Great Lakes state of Michigan, I'm Tom Bartholomew, your host of the Michigan Contractor Show. And I worked in the construction industry for over 25 years. I started on a job site when I was 14, working for my dad on a vinyl siding job. Now I spend all my time running a digital marketing agency where I help contractors and companies in the skilled trade promote their business and reach customers in ways they never thought possible. Again, my name is Tom, and let's get to today's guest. My guest today acts as your personal assistant to creating human connections. She is there to deliver promptings and help you make the difference only you can make. Life is full of opportunities to celebrate others, so she'll help you use their unique system to keep track of every special occasion so you can send the perfect card. That's right, my guest today, Barb Duran with Easy to Send Cards. Welcome to the show today, Barb.
Thanks, Tom. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it today. Great to be with you.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate being on the show. And why don't you go ahead and tell us about Easy to Send Cards and your business there?
I will. Thanks, Tom. I've been with the company since 2006. So this is my 15th year with the company. I started as a customer back in 2006, May. Using the cards, I was always taught as a child to send cards for thank yous and birthdays and things like that. And it just stayed with me through my adulthood. So I used it as a customer. And when I found out how easy it was that you could go online and send a real card through the mail and with your personal message inside, I thought that was pretty cool. So I became an affiliate with the company, and I've been sharing it with people ever since, mainly business professionals who need a tool in their toolbox for following up, appreciation, things like that. So I think this will be a great add to your contractors and builders in your audience for their business toolbox.
Yeah, I think that's great, Barb. And I do digital marketing for contractors, and one thing that I have had some customers ask about is mail, and they've asked about like every door next door and some different things like that, and postcard design and stuff. So you offer that service. So what would you be able to help a contractor with, for example, the people that are watching right now or listening? What can you help them with?
Yes, there are a few areas. One of them is thanking their clients or following up. When you leave a job, say you do landscaping or you do handyman service or any type of anything to do with home improvement or home remodeling, it's a great way to thank them after they've paid their bill and you've done the service. Sending a thank you card, and it can be as generic as this, or you can put your logo on it, a Mr. Handyman card. So you can be really specific. You can put your info on the inside and your message, and then you can even put your branding on the back. So you can make it 100% personal, customized for your business, or you can just take a generic card, put your message in. This is a happy spring card. You can even add flower seeds. So you can add a couple packs of flower seeds in there. If you're a landscaper, that'd be an awesome gift. And it only costs a few pennies, maybe a couple dollars to do that. And we do all the printing and stamping and mailing for you. So all you do is set the card up, hit the send button, we do the rest. And all you have to have is your message and the recipient's mailing address to their home or their office, wherever you want the card to go. So that's really an easy, quick way to reach out with a tangible touch and follow up with those clients and let them know you appreciate their business.
Yeah, what a great way to follow up with customers. And I know that's a big thing for any business, especially in construction, because a lot of times when you work with customers in construction, it's a bigger ticket item. So you want to make sure that you're following up with them because they're going to need more work in the future. And you want to stay top of mind in your marketing. So this is a great way to follow up after you finish a job with your current customers. So you could almost even send them out right after a job. But let's say you haven't done that. You could even go through, and as long as you have the address, the name and address of the people you want to send it out to, then you could even go through and hit all of the last customers you've had for the last year or more.
Absolutely. And with 2020, the year we had, obviously everybody's been, in this pandemic mode. Now is a great time to say, hey, we haven't seen you in a year. And even a birthday card, celebrate their birthday. Everybody has one. And so it's a good thing to send a birthday card to them, maybe their spouse, say happy birthday, and not just getting repeat customers, but referrals, right? If you've done a great job and you followed up with your landscape client or your roofing client or whoever you're dealing with, your remodeling client, they're going to want to refer you if you stay top of mind. Like you said, emails are great, texts are great, but those disappear. But a tangible touch stays in front of their face and in their home, and that's something they can refer back to. If they forget your name or your address or your phone number, they can always find that on the card. So it's a really great way to keep yourself in front of people.
Yeah, absolutely. And that is definitely the top rule of marketing is you want to make sure you're top of mind right there in front of them. And I think you're right.
Mhm.
Before once email came around, that was a big thing and people kind of stopped sending mail through the postal service. So now I think that what was old is now new again. I'm pretty sure when I watch the trends anyway. So I'm sure it's
Absolutely.
the same way with the
Yeah.
cards sending through the mail as well. So that's a great way. So
Mhm.
follow up. What's another way that you could help contractors? I know you have a few ways here. So what's another way you could help contractors?
Yeah. Um, Absolutely. Another way, again, is prospecting. Okay, you're reaching out to your current clients, right? But what about new clients? So how do you reach out to people you maybe haven't done business with? Maybe they live in the neighborhood of the person you just put a new roof on, or you just remodeled their kitchen or their bathroom. So another great way is to even do a postcard. This is a before and after bathroom. So this is a before and an after. And you can just send this little postcard out to the neighbors, put your message over here and say, hey, I just did the bathroom remodel at 123 Oak Street, your neighbor John Jones or whatever, and here's what we do. Here's what it looks like. And you can send that out. You can create it once and send it to 20, 50, 100, 500, as many people in the neighborhood as you want, as long as you have their address. We're a little different than every door direct mail because they kind of spam or they send out to a whole neighborhood, but these are specific. Maybe pick 10 or 20 neighbors that are close to the person and just reach out and touch those close neighbors and show them what you've done. Here's a landscape before and after. And this is one of our flat cards. This goes in an envelope, but you can put your information on the back about your landscaping company. Here's the before and after picture. This says, make it look clean without spending a lot of green. So you can even put a cute little promo message on there and prospect to the neighbors. They might say, wow, that, Mr. Jones's a garden looks great. His lawn looks awesome. I wonder who did that. And so you can send the card out and say, this is Green Site Company in Little Rock, Arkansas. So, but in Michigan, you can, put these out to the neighbors and it will go in their mailbox. So they'll see them, they'll get them in the mail, and it'll be a special touch, something that you took time to do. And it doesn't take a lot of time, but they don't know that. They think you took a lot of time to create these cards and send them out, but you really can do it right from your phone. We have an app that you can use so you don't even have to get behind your laptop. You can do it right from your phone. So
Wow.
that's another great way.
Yeah, and it's so easy, like you said. So, but what I did want to touch on real quick is that I heard you say you do have to have the addresses.
Mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm.
so that's where it does, and you said it does differ from like the every door next door. Is you're not picking a neighborhood; it's the ones you have. So when you're working on the Joneses house, you should probably look around the mailboxes and write those down, and maybe
Mm-hmm.
ask, hey, who is your neighbor over
Mm-hmm.
there? We would like to send them some information too, or make sure you record all that stuff. So
Right, right,
so you do have to do that. And I
right.
wanted to make sure, but other than that, it's so easy right from your phone. I could just be like, oh, there's our
Mm-hmm.
neighbor. I could put the
Yes.
number in, Fred Smith, bam.
Yep,
And
yep,
he's going
yep.
to get a
Yeah,
card in
we
a few
have an
days.
app on our, yes, yes, we have an app on the phone. And it looks like it looks like that. So it's got a little, if you go to your app store and you find that little envelope, it's a teal envelope. You can just download the app. It's to send out cards. Send out cards is the name of the app. Put it on your phone. You can go in there, snap a picture of the home, put it on a card and send it out right there before you even drive away. So it's really quick and easy. The cards are not expensive. They're much cheaper than you would get at like CVS or Walgreens or Walmart, and the printing, stamping, and mailing's all done for you, and it goes out the next business day. So anything you send out today would go out tomorrow morning, and it would end up in their mailbox in about 3 to 5 business days. So just when they're not expecting it, it will show up, and it will be a nice surprise.
Yeah, absolutely. Because, I think that people expect in their mailbox nowadays, right? I'm sure you expect the same thing in your mailbox as I do, is bills.
Bills and junk mail. That's
Yeah, so
correct.
if I get something in there that's not a bill or junk mail,
Hmm.
it's kind of exciting because you don't get that.
Yeah.
It's almost like when I was young and I used to get mail once in a while, before the internet.
Right. And the
Yeah.
cool thing is it comes in an envelope handwritten like this. So it's got your address up here in the corner, their address in the middle, and a stamp. So it doesn't look like a piece of junk mail. It looks like a handwritten envelope, and the company does all that for you, and it goes right in their mailbox. And these usually have about 100% open rate because people see a card sized envelope. They think it's a birthday card, it's an invitation, it's something for them, not just something for an owner or the occupant. It's for them personally. So they're going to open that pretty much every time. So
Yeah. Wow. Almost 100%. That is a better open rate than any email campaign that I have ever I've ever done. So absolutely. That's a great open rate. Absolutely. So those are a couple ways. So follow up is the first one. Prospecting. What's another way that you can help contractors?
yeah, another way is just marketing, right? Marketing your business. A good way to do that. Here's a landscape company who has 37 years in business. So they did a little billboard card that says, "Hey, we're 37 years in business," and so you can promote yourself and use them to do that. Here's another a lawn care company that puts this on the front, and on the back they have the name, the Duran family, 50% off the next application. And then here's all their pricing and everything. So you can actually send a promotional type of card like that to promote yourself too. So that's another way to do that. Here's a door and window company. They put their business right on the front, and then they can put their information on the inside, even their business card up here with the owner's name and information and a little message, their own handwriting. So it's really a personal card. And so again, promotion is another way. They can use the postcards, they can use the flat cards. We have 5 different card design types that they can pick and choose from postcard up to an 8.5 by 11, which is a big card. I don't recommend the big cards because they're a little more expensive, but it's just if you want to get your message across, there's different ways to do it using send out cards and tangible touch marketing.
Wow. So I think that's great. And you can see, and I love how you have the examples. So so
Hmm.
I can visualize how other people have utilized this service for their own marketing. No, I love
Right,
that. I think
right,
that's
right,
great.
right.
And so I do have a question. So you say that you have all the designs and all that. What if I have a designer and I have a design already? Is that something that I can use?
Oh, absolutely. You can upload your design. Say this is a design that you use regularly. You can just click as an image, either a JPEG or a PNG, upload it into send out cards, put it on the front of the card, and then you can hit send, put the recipient's name in, hit send. This card will be stored for you in your account. You can use it over and over again. So you don't have to recreate it, but only one time. Just change the recipient's address. And if you want to change the message, you can. And then just hit send. And again, it gets sent out. We have a history. So you have a card history of every card you've sent your clients. You can look back on that and see what you've sent them in the past, resend them the same thing again or something different in the future. And we also have gifts. So if you're interested in adding something a little special, if you want me to touch on the gifts, I can talk about that as well, just
Well,
briefly.
yeah, well, I mean, I think that everybody loves gifts, right? So what type of gifts could somebody send to a
Right.
potential customer?
Well, I had shown you the flower seeds, right? So you could send like 2 packs of flower seeds with a card, and that's like, under $3 for the seeds in the card, or under $4, I'm sorry. And then we have brownies. So you can send a box of brownies. We have chocolate brownies and blonde brownies. So you can send those in a box. The company boxes it, puts your card in there and mails it out for you. We have Mrs. Fields cookies. So you can send a box of Mrs. Fields cookies. That's right around $10 or $15. That's the card, the stamp, and the shipping of the gift. And the company does all that for you. We also have gift cards. We have Starbucks. This is a $5 Starbucks card. So you can also send your clients a little Starbucks card, have them go have a cup of coffee on you. We have a Home Depot card, a $25 and $50 Home Depot card. And that would be wonderful for home improvement companies or builders, contractors. Send them a Home Depot card. That way they can, maybe you just redid their bathroom. Here's $25. Go get you some new bath rugs, some new, bathroom supplies or kitchen supplies and things like that at Home Depot. So that's really a cool way. We also have an Amazon card. So if you don't know what to get them, you can send them the Amazon card online and order whatever they want. So just a couple of ways to put a little extra surprise and delight in those greeting cards is the little either a gift card or a gift.
Yeah, I think that is wonderful, especially the gift cards. I love that example you gave.
Yep.
Here, we just
Mhm.
finished your bathroom. I just finished your
Right.
deck, whatever it is. Here, go
Yep.
something, get yourself a nice accessory for it.
Right. With Home Depot. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
great. No,
Or
I love
yeah.
that.
And
I could almost see, I was
we
picturing
have
it in my, oh, go ahead, Barb.
no, go ahead. I'm just gonna say we have American Express cards as well from like $10 up to 100. So if you're working on a big job, like you said, a roofing job or siding, something that's a larger amount of money, and you want to send a 50 or $100, we have those as well in the larger denominations. So it doesn't have to just be a $5 or $10 gift. It could be something more substantial. And just send them an Amex card and they can go crazy and shop and get whatever they want. So
They could go to Kohl's then, couldn't they? Yes. Yes.
someplace, yeah.
As we were talking through here and you were talking about the different ways, the following up, the prospecting, the marketing and stuff, I
Mhm.
could see, like when I was doing construction, I could see that this would have been beneficial to almost have on autopilot, like have a
Mhm.
design. So a new customer package, this is the one I send. So as soon as I get a new customer and I get their contract with their address on it and the sign, boom, 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 throw their address in. So then right away they're getting a card saying, hey, hey, thanks for being our
Right,
customer. This is what you're going to get is this
right,
type of service, right?
right.
And then when the job's done, have another one where you just hit send. You've already got their address in
Mhm,
there.
mhm.
Now it's easy. You got their address in. Now it's easy to hit send, right?
Right.
Yeah, so you can have
Right. Once
different
their address, yeah. Once we have you have their address in there, it's in there. You don't have to add it every time. So it automatically pulls up. You have a contact manager right in send out cards, a database of people. And we have campaigns, which are pre-designed cards. So you can go in and set these cards up ahead of time, like you said. And then every time you can have a new customer card, a campaign, and it can be a thank you card. Then it can have a birthday card, and it will go out a week before their birthday. So you can have these pre-set up on autopilot to go out. All you do is push the button and pick the person's name you want it to go to, and it will personalize the card inside with their name if that's how you have it set up. It will automatically go out at the designated times, 1 month, then maybe 3 months, then maybe 6 months. So you can tell it how often you want these cards to go out, and it'll automatically generate them for you.
Wow, that's great. So you could really kind of create a drip campaign with some of your
Yes.
customers for keeping them to be your customers after you work for them one time. Because a lot of times I think contractors do, they don't do a lot of follow up after you were my
Hmm.
customer. Hey, I clean up the job and I'm gone. You paid me, I'm done. You said you were happy. I might not ever see you again, right? And I think that's how a lot of
Right.
contractors. But once you built their trust, you want to keep them as your customer, and this is a really good way. I think what you have here to stay top of mind of customers, like you said, that's really important in marketing and just great
Hmm.
ways to follow up. This is great ways for not even contractors, but anybody that's listening, right, or watching. This is great. Like I think I
Anybody.
could even use it when why do I should do what I'm saying too and send these out to my customers when I get them. I should do the same thing.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna have to think about designing a postcard and looking
Hmm.
into it a little bit more so I can kind of get those same things. Thank you for being a customer and thank you at the end. And
Right. Yeah. And I recommend 4 times a year. So a thank you card right after the job is done, right? Schedule a birthday card. You can ask them when their birthday is, just the month and day. You don't have to know the year. If you put that in to send out cards, it'll remind you 2 or 3 weeks in advance to get the card out, unless you have it set up ahead of time. But it will remind you. You'll get an email reminder. Christmas or the holidays, Thanksgiving is a great time. So you've got birthday, thank you, birthday, the holidays, and then just a fourth card is a promotional card, like I showed you. Maybe, hey, 10% off. You're our preferred customer, and here's a 10% off coupon. Or if you refer us to somebody, you get a $50 something, a gift card, or a $25 gift card, and you can send that out through send out cards as well. So 4 times a year is probably a minimum that you should be really reaching out to your clients and thinking about just and once you get on this system and you get it going, it's really easy peasy. It's not a lot to think about. It's just the initial setup, and I can help with that. It doesn't take a lot of time.
yeah, no, I think that's great. Another thing that I just thought about, because nowadays our digital presence is also very important in reviews,
Hmm.
so that after you finish a job and you send them that postcard, it should have a link to wherever you want to keep your reviews. Yelp, House, Google is probably the one I recommend the most. Facebook, wherever it is, try to get them. If you were happy, here, please go here and give us a review. So that would be a great way to, because it's hard to get reviews out of people, as you might know. I know even in my space, the digital marketing space, customers super happy, and I get done talking to them. They say they're going to leave me a review, and then I never see another review out of them. And I'm maybe not the best at following up too, so I need to do a better job, and maybe I could get them to leave a review for me.
Absolutely. And testimonials. If you do a great job for a client and they're singing your praises, ask them, can I include your testimonial on my marketing material? And if they say yes, you can do a postcard, even take their picture and say, hey, Jane Smith down the street, here's what she's got to say about our lawn care service, or whatever it might be. And you can not only just email that to her, but follow up with a postcard as well. Because again, that postcard is in front of their face. They touch it. It touches more than just the eyes. It touches different senses. And so they can put that up on their refrigerator. You know how people have things clipped on their refrigerator? Your postcard can go up there. And then if someone calls them and asks them about, or even on Facebook says, hey, do you know a good lawn care person? They can look at their refrigerator and there's your information. And they don't have to go through all their emails and try to find the email you sent them 6 months ago. So it's just a real quick, easy way to stay on top of mind in front of people's faces.
Well, I think you got me sold. I'm gonna definitely do some more send out cards. I know I did get the brownie pack last year for my birthday from you, so thank you for that. I do appreciate that. Yes, that was almost a year ago, coming up here soon. So a couple months, I guess, couple months still before my birthday. But yeah, and
the brownies are really good.
They were good. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So I would like to touch a little bit, because I've had a couple guests now from the Happy Neighborhood Project. So I just wanted to do your affiliation with that. Tell us a little bit about your role with the Michigan group, the Happy Neighborhood Project.
Yes, Happy Neighborhood Project. I've been with them for almost a year. It started during the pandemic. Well, we started way before the pandemic, but the pandemic, it really took hold because it was virtual. We were all going on Zoom and finding ways to keep our businesses going, because a lot of people, lost business just because of the pandemic. And so now here's a virtual way to meet with people. So the Happy Neighborhood Project was formed, and I jumped on around May of 2020. I'm now the co-host for the Michigan group. It's called Michigan Movers, and we meet on Fridays at 10 a.m. Eastern, every Friday from 10 to 10:55. We have an hour time to network, and there's 30, 40, sometimes 50, 60 people on there. It varies every week, but anyone is welcome to click on there, go to register at happyneighborhoodproject.com/networking. Get on the Michigan call and meet some new people. There's realtors, there's CPAs, there's financial advisors, there's website designers, all different kinds of people that contractors might need, again, to add to their toolbox of resources that they can use for themselves, just for their business, and also to refer to others. So it's a great way, and it's free. So it's a great way to network and meet some new folks and get your business out there.
Yes, and that's how we met. I kind of started in the Happy Neighborhood Project about the same time.
Yeah.
And I do have to say that you're doing a great job as one of the co-hosts.
Thank you.
I think I always like hearing all of when you open and stuff. So you're doing a great job.
Awesome. I appreciate that, Tom. Thanks. I enjoy it.
It is fun, and I look forward to it every Friday. I don't make it every Friday, but I do look forward to it. It's a great, almost a family in there, and a lot of new people, and I learn more and more stuff about all sorts of people there. Yes. So we talked about all this stuff. Where could they find you? So I'm sold. I want to buy some cards. How do I do that? Where do I go?
Okay, well, to get on the app, I had told you about the app. You can just download it from your Google store or your app store, send out cards. And then when you go in there, in order to connect with me directly, because I give you the opportunity to send your first card free. So it doesn't cost you postage or anything. If you want to send a card out, try it for free. You would have to put in a code, and that's 11217. So that's 11217, 11-217 is the code. And you just plug that in where it says code or ID, who invited you to the site. And then that connects you to me, and then you become my customer. Now, it doesn't cost anything to be a customer. You just pay for the cards and gifts that you send. So if you send out a card that's personalized, it'll be $3.75 plus the stamp. So less than $4. Postcards are much less. They're between 58 and 75 cents a card. So depending on what design you send, if it's a card from the catalog or a personally designed card, it'll vary by a few cents. But the cards are cheaper than going to CVS and Walgreens and those types of stores. Plus, this is personalized for your business. So you can do the app, or you can go to sendoutcards.com and then / Barb Duran. So it's sendoutcards.com / and then Barb Duran. My name's on the screen there, BarbDuran. And that'll get you to my site. Again, your first card is always free. Anything after that is, depending on what type of card you send. Our most expensive card is $4.30, and that's with the postage, all the personalization and everything. So just, look me up that way, or get with me on YouTube or through Tom's channel, or Tom can also get you that information if you can't find me.
Yeah, you know what I'll do is I will post your links down in the comments with your code 11217. So
yep.
I'll put that right down in the show notes. So all they have to do is look here on YouTube or wherever they listen to podcasts. It'll be available for everybody to find it real easy if they're watching this show. Well, that was great. Anything else that you'd like to share? Actually, I want to say something that when you were saying that, I was thinking the exact same thing, is that's the same price or cheaper than it is to I go up here to the local, one of the big grocery stores
right.
over in Manistee here. And I go in there and I look for cards sometimes for, birthday cards or holiday, and it's $3-4 for a card there. And then I still have to put a stamp on it and fill it out and do all this and take the time to do that. So for the same price or less, I can get a card right through Send Out Cards.
Yes, and personal. Again, you're not going to go to the store and find, your door and window company on there. So they can be personalized to your business, personalized to your family. If you want to send out family cards for the holidays, personal or business, it's a great service to use. And once you've got it set up, again, your phone or your website, you can access it easily, and you don't have to mess with filling out the card by hand, putting the stamp on it, filling it out, getting it to the post office. We take care of all that for you.
Well, it sounds like you just saved me a lot of time and hassle. Yes.
Yes.
Well, I thank you for that so much. And thank you for being on the show today, Barb. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Tom. I appreciate the opportunity, and I look forward to seeing your future shows and seeing you Friday at the HNP networking meetings.
That's great. And if anybody's listening and they stop into the Happy Neighborhood Project, definitely let Barb and myself know that this is where you found us for the Happy Neighborhood Project. Well, that's great. Thank you so much for watching or listening today. Let us know in the comments what you liked about these tips, or if you've had experience with the Send Out Cards. Let us know down in the comments. Subscribe to my channel. Hit that bell so you'll be notified every Tuesday when I come out with a new episode on the Michigan Contractor Show. My name is Tom Bartholomew, and we'll see you next Tuesday. If you would like to be a guest on this show, head on over to MichiganContractorshow.com, fill out the form, and I'll get back to you on the best time and date to make an appearance on this show. Thanks again for watching. See you next Tuesday.